Hello, my name is Taylor Peasha. I am the founder of the Sciatic Stretcher. Today I'm going to show you how to utilize the Sciatic Stretcher with the band and the ball attachment to relieve any lower back pain that you may have. Today we'll be going over some stretches from the bench, some stretches from the ground, so you can progress into different stretches. So before we get started, make sure that we have a good seat to sit on, nice and firm. We can utilize the band in order to stretch out the hamstrings. So you can loop the band around. You want to have a nice grip here so it kind of pulls you into the stretch. With lower back pain, it's not necessarily the lower back that is the tight spot or the problem area. It could be muscles surrounding the back. So the hamstrings, the glutes, upper back, and just strengthening your core can overall help with lower back pain. So this right here, a hamstring stretch, is typically a good place to start. People are typically tight in their hamstrings, so loosening up the hamstrings is ultimately going to help loosen up the back. So again, utilizing the band to pull us into the stretch and deepen into the stretch. We want to hold this for about 30 seconds. Any stretching that we're doing, static stretching, where we're holding a position, we want to at least hold for 30 seconds in order for that stretch to fully develop. Next one that we can do with the sciatic stretcher is we can loosen up the glutes. So the piriformis muscle is underneath the glutes here. We can put this ball kind of on the side part and we can sit on it, and it should feel like a good amount of pressure underneath the sit bones there. So making sure that you have a hard surface to sit on so it's not sinking in too much. Like a couch probably wouldn't be the best area to do this. Something that's firm so you can push into the ball. So again, holding this for about 30 seconds is going to help alleviate that pressure. It should be uncomfortable but not painful when you're doing stretching with the ball. So again, if you're having pressure on one side or the other side, it is good to do both sides. So pushing that pressure, kind of rolling around till you find an uncomfortable spot and letting it dissipate as you push into that area. So both glutes, hamstrings, so kick the hamstring up right here using the band to pull us forward, holding it for about 30 seconds. So a couple different ways you can stretch your hamstrings in relations to your hips. You want to make sure that your hips try to stay closed. So this right hip here, I'm trying to bring forward, and it would be almost if you were to reach with the opposite hand, that other hip is going to now close. What that is going to do is help pull the mid to lateral side of the hamstring, which people are typically most tight in that area. Again, the band allows you, if you are very tight in the hamstrings and you can't necessarily reach towards your toe, focus on sitting up with good posture, and you can utilize the band to help ease you into this. Now, utilizing the stretchiness of the band, you can keep a good tension, and as your muscles loosen up, it should pull you forward and stretch into that a little bit deeper. So utilize the stretchiness of the band. Another hamstring stretch that you can utilize, you can step on the band, grab the ball. From here, we want to pull again. So this is stretching both hamstrings. See from the side view here, we want to make sure we have a nice flat back and we're not rounded too much. All this rounding is putting that pressure into the lower back. So learning how to flatten out your back while doing these stretches is going to help with preventing that tightness as well. So again, holding these for about 30 seconds. Make sure you're engaging your core so you're not dumping into the lower back. So as we stand up, We want to make sure that we brace our core so we're not just using the lower back to lift us up out of that position. You can also utilize the ball on a wall or on the ground. So what you can do here is put the ball on the back side of your body. You can utilize the band to hold it in place. So again, targeting the piriformis muscle right here on the upper buttocks, or we can target lower back muscles and work up into the upper back. So utilizing the wall here, I'm going to target my lower back. So if I feel any tightness here, I am pushing the ball against the wall, finding that really tight spot and making sure that we're pressing into it and trying to relax the muscle that we're on. Again, holding this for about 30 seconds is going to allow that muscle and that tension to dissipate. If it seems like that tight spot dissipates, you can then roll about 1/4 of an inch, push into it again, and you might feel another tight area. You can roll the full length of the muscle, so depending on what muscle that you're targeting, whether it's your back or your glutes, you can roll the full length of that muscle and hit all those different spots alongside there. So again, getting the piriformis area, we're here. The further I walk my feet away from the wall, the more pressure I'm putting on that muscle and on the ball. Our goal is not to fight against the stretch, so we have to learn how to relax the muscles that we're targeting and try to let that ball deepen into that as best we can. Sciatic stretcher is very useful for this position. As you see, you can control the area with the band so it's not going to fall, and you can target it and get into a comfortable position. Progression to that one is you can deepen into it by pushing your feet against the wall and putting it against the ball so you have a little bit more pressure. Again, it should be an uncomfortable pressure but not painful. So those are areas that are mostly concerned with lower back. Also, things that you can utilize with the band is if you have a place to anchor it, such as a rack position here. You can use this for upper body stretching. So I can stretch my upper body, which again can all be related to that lower back tightness that you may be having. This is stretching the latissimus dorsi, so the lats of the upper body. And we're trying to just push our shoulders into the ground and utilizing the band stretching position. So as we loosen up through the lats, this thing should raise up a little bit and stretch the lats a little bit more. Another area of focus for upper body and posture is going to be your pec muscles. So loosening up your pec muscles is going to help you have better posture, standing tall and not putting that pressure into your lower back. So even if your lower back has that pain, it could be stemming from other tight areas of your body, other muscles that need to be stretched out in order for your posture to be good. So focusing on posture is ultimately going to be important for less pressure on the lower back. Now, when we're in a sitting position, if you guys work or if you are driving a lot, making sure that our back position is not into this position here, whether we're on a keyboard or we're driving, we need to make sure that we're standing up tall with our core, engage this area, engage our upper back, and try to sit as tall as we can. This is going to make sure that we're putting pressure on the core and we're not putting pressure on the lower back. So another area you can use this while at your job, you can use it while driving, you can use it while at your desk. You can put this ball against the seat. So if this was my seat here, I can push against the chair and alleviate that pressure there. Again, you can put the band around in order to control it, or you can just utilize the ball. So right here, I'm targeting the lower back, alleviating pressure. You can reposition to where you're getting in more into the side area and pushing into it there. So again, this is a great tool to be used at work or at home in a gym setting before or after your workouts. But if you're having that lower back pain, focusing on your posture, your sitting positions, and overall just stretching out any tight muscles in order to stand tall. Again, this is the Sciatic Stretcher Band and Ball. And if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to contact me in my email and on the website. You guys take care.